Good Monday morning. This is the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for this coming week. Taking a look at precipitation for the past 7 days, you can see through here very light to minimal activity across much of southern and western Nevada. The light shade of blue is basically just a few hundredths of an inch, but where you see the brighter green, that's an inch or more, or the darker blue, which is a half inch or more, you can see over towards the Rubies in Nevada and a good portion of the Wasatch into southern Idaho, even portions of southwest Utah down towards the Arizona Strip. They did have some significant precipitation over the past 7 days. Looking at our current infrared satellite imagery, an upper-level map shows a strong ridge of high pressure now building in across the western portion of the Great Basin. Still some cool northerly flow and leftover clouds brushing eastern portions of Idaho, parts of southern Nevada. The depth of the storm that gave us clouds and precipitation the past few days has now moved well up into the plain states. It is this high-pressure system which will be our main weather maker the next several days with warmer, drier conditions. But another storm system dropping down out of the Gulf of Alaska will pay a visit with cooler, wetter weather towards the end of the work week. And taking a look at our current projected weather map for later this afternoon, you can see on the left-hand side, high pressure ridge building in with drier air across western Nevada. Cooler, more moist conditions further east you go. And in terms of ventilation or dispersion, you can see some limited activity here across Nevada, closer to the ridge of high pressure, better as you head further east because it's more in the vicinity of better transport flow and more instability further from the high pressure ridge. Taking a look at transport winds on the left-hand side, pretty light across Nevada, but still picking up from the north and northwest across Utah and Wyoming especially, and eastern Idaho, down towards the Arizona Strip and southern Nevada by afternoon. And you can see overall mixing heights better as you head further to the east. Now for Tuesday, high pressure ridge builds a bit further to the north and to the east. You can see that some of that activity should cause slightly lower dispersion areas and in some pockets in Utah and Idaho as well. And if we take a look at, again, transport winds fairly light across Nevada, diminishing from the previous day in Utah, mixing heights on the right-hand side. And if we go to Wednesday, we notice now low pressure dropping down across southern Canada. The tighter height lines here indicate stronger winds coming out of the west and northwest. So that'll bring increased instability and knocks the high pressure ridge well off to our east into the plain states. So you can see much better dispersion. Just about everyone is in the white during this time period. If we look at the transport winds, you can see picking up quite nicely across just about the entire area. Quite strong, gusts over 40 miles per hour into Idaho and Wyoming. Excellent vertical mixing as well. Looking at the Utah clearing index as we go through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, not too bad, improving as you go day by day, especially by Wednesday. Excellent overall dispersion in just about all areas. And looking at precipitation, Monday morning through Wednesday morning, just a little bit, a couple hundredths to maybe some pockets of a quarter inch. This will be mainly on Wednesday with that front dropping down with that low coming out of the Pacific Northwest, otherwise dry before then. Taking a look further down the road on Thursday, on the left-hand side, we have strong low pressure over southern Canada and residual moisture and wind across the northern and central portions of the Great Basin, but that's going to produce excellent overall dispersion with the increased instability and the wind. And then on Friday, that low pressure kind of deepens. Lots of clouds and moisture across Idaho and Wyoming, probably some light to locally moderate precipitation, especially across western Wyoming and even into parts of the Uintas and the Wasatch. Again, on the right-hand side, excellent dispersion continues. On Saturday, that low starts to move away. We start seeing another high pressure ridge starting to build in, and that's starting to cause a bit of a decrease in dispersion, just a slight one here across northwestern Nevada. And then on Sunday, high pressure builds overhead, warmer, drier conditions coming in. Still ventilation, dispersion index quite good, a few pockets of limitations, but overall not too bad with a longer daylight this time of year. And expected precipitation Thursday morning through Saturday morning. This will be primarily early in that period, probably Thursday into early Friday. Some leftover activity across eastern Utah, and a little bit heavier amounts into western Wyoming and the mountains of Idaho, where you see the blue, a ½ inch or more of precipitation expected. And the extended outlook, the 8 to 14-day outlook, takes us from May 29th through June 4th, and we see kind of a warmer than normal signal for most areas, a bit wetter than normal across eastern areas, but drying out across portions of Nevada and into the Arizona Strip and southwest Utah. This concludes our smoke briefing. Our next one will be coming up this coming Wednesday. Have a great day.